political activity spikes in Baramati just moments after Sharad Pawar publicly said that he wasn't consulted on Sunetra Pawar's elevation both to become Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister as well as the National President of the NCP. Parth Pawar has arrived to meet his grand uncle in Baramati. Sources say that Sharad Pawar, Supriya Sule, Yogendra, Rohit and Parth Pawar were all inside the same house, signaling intense behind-the-scene consultations. Now, key NCP leaders are rallying behind Sunetra Pawar ahead of her oath. Praful Patel and Sunil Tatkare were seen arriving, at the Devgiri bungalow to meet her. The meeting underlined swift political consolidation just hours before Sunetra Pawar is set to take charge as Maharashtra's Deputy Chief Minister. The portfolio blueprint is now clear. Sunetra Pawar will take over all ministries earlier held by Ajit Pawar, except finance and planning. Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis will retain finance and present the state budget, while Sunetra Pawar is set to handle key departments including excise, sports and minority affairs. NDTV has accessed crucial details of a Pawar family reunion that nearly happened. Sharad Pawar and Ajit Pawar met on January 17 with plans to announce a merger of the two NCP factions on February 12. That announcement never came, but the political fallout is still reshaping Maharashtra's power play. The Congress Legislative Party meets at 2 p.m. today to formally endorse Sunetra Pawar as its leader. The meeting is expected to clear the final political hurdle ahead of her swearing in, marking a decisive moment in Maharashtra's post-Ajit Pawar transition. Breaking news coming in, key NCP party meet in Mumbai, Vidhan Bhavan underway. This key meeting is set to formally endorse Sunetra Pawar as the chief of the NCP party in post-Ajit Pawar Maharashtra and comes after the tragic death of Ajit Pawar. We have with us Associate Editor Saurabh Gupta, I beg your pardon, joining us live from outside the Vidhan Bhavan. Saurabh, what do we know so far about this meeting? The fact that this meeting is going to be crucial ahead of Sunetra Pawar's swearing in later today.
Well, the meeting is a formality, but its significance is not lost on anyone. Now, if I ask my camera person to show you, you can see all the MLAs of the NCP, the Ajit Pawar faction of the NCP, who are here, who are all ready to welcome Sunetra Pawar to the assembly premises where that meeting of the legislature party will take place. Now, these are all, they are at the portico of the assembly where you can see that meeting will take place, and any moment now Sunetra Pawar is expected to arrive. In these visuals you can see all the top leaders of the NCP, including especially the MLAs who will elect her as the leader of the legislature party. This, like I said, it could be a formality, but its significance is immense because it would formally then make her eligible to be sworn in as Deputy Chief Minister. Sunetra Pawar is now arriving, and of course these from Bhavan as her convoy makes its way to the Vidhan Bhavan premises where she will be elected as the legislature party leader. In fact, you can see the car. It's the curtains are drawn, so obviously perhaps they want to avoid the kind of media attention, but this is the car that is of course Sunetra Pawar's car that is now driving into the Vidhan Bhavan premises for that crucial legislature party meeting. In fact, you can Sunetra in but the curtains Ajit Pawar's widow Sunetra Pawar, who will be elected as the legislature party leader, now driving in to the Vidhan Bhavan premises of the Maharashtra Vidhan Bhavan for that crucial legislature party meeting that's going to take place, that's going to get underway in a short while from now. Like I said, the meeting is a formality, but its significance is immense. Once she's elected by the legislators, the MLAs as the legislator party leader, it makes her eligible to stake a claim to the Deputy Chief Minister's post. Now, this is something that again will happen with the legislature party then forwarding her name to the Chief Minister and the Chief Minister forwarding that name to the Governor. That's all protocol. But the significance of this is the political churn within the Pawar family. Now, while the power remains with the Pawar family in place of Ajit Pawar, that legacy passes on to Sunetra Pawar. What is also interesting to watch today is what's happened in Baramati. Now, this morning, Sharad Pawar dropped a bombshell saying he wasn't aware of this swearing in. In fact, not going to attend, that nobody had told. After that, what happened was that Parth Pawar, we saw, rushed to Sharad Pawar's residence. He left. He did not make a statement to the media. The merger that was also being considered is something that certain leaders of the NCP led by Ajit Pawar are not okay with, are not in favor of. That includes Sunil Tatkare, who gave a statement saying that he was not aware of any such meeting. But the visuals of that meeting was, of course, broken by my colleague Anuj, who's been reporting from Baramati. And that meeting did take place. And what Sharad Pawar said was that Ajit Pawar was in favor of the merger. Why? The possible explanation for that is Ajit Pawar wants also the stamp of approval for Sharad Pawar, but on his own terms. What would Sharad Pawar get from that? Well, at this point, the NCP SP is not in the strongest of position, and both the NCPs have been weakened by the performance in the civic body elections where they've lost ground. So in that context, what happens is that if these two factions come together, then it means that there is also Supriya Sule, there's Rohit Pawar from the Sharad Pawar camp. All of them then are presenting a united front, and we've rarely seen the Pawar family divided. Even though politically they may have differences, and that is clear with the split in the NCP, the fact is that the family has always come first. In fact, even during the campaign where Supriya Sule and Sunetra Pawar fought against each other for the Baramati Lok Sabha seat, there was a certain element of decorum, of respect for each other. So that is something that perhaps we will see the Pawar family trying to reinforce, in the days to come. But the key decision maker now will be Sunetra Pawar, on whose shoulders the legacy of Ajit Pawar now rests.
Right, Saurabh. We're seeing those visuals of Sunetra Pawar and the other NCP leaders arriving at the Vidhan Bhavan ahead of that crucial meeting. And it also comes just as we've heard that the portfolios have been divided in such a sense that the Devendra Fadnavis will be keeping the finance portfolio, while the other portfolios that Ajit Pawar held, which is excise, minority affairs and others, will be given to Sunetra Pawar. So do you think this portfolio division will also be discussed during this meeting? And at the same time, you also mentioned the signaling from both sides. On one hand, this meeting might be a formality, but it's a crucial signal. But on the other hand, you're seeing in Baramati, Sharad Pawar making these comments. So there's quite a lot of contradictory signals also coming in from the Pawar family.
Well, I mean, any family feud or any family difference, especially in a politically, aligned family like the Pawars, is going to make headlines. And there are contradictory statements. Yes, like my colleague Anuj has also been reporting on that. But at the end of the day, the Pawar family is an extremely close-knit one. And there is no reason to suggest that the family's interests and the family ties will be central to the politics of the family. And that is something that obviously, will happen because, look, Sharad Pawar had that press conference, but then you immediately had Parth Pawar rushing to his residence, which means that while Sharad Pawar may not hold sway over Ajit Pawar's NCP, he is not someone Ajit Pawar's NCP completely disregards. The purpose and the point of the merger for Ajit Pawar was the stamp of approval from his uncle, that he is the leader, he is the inheritor of the legacy.
Right, Saurabh.
Now, with Ajit Pawar's demise, Sunetra Pawar inherits Ajit Pawar's legacy, but
Right.
Sharad Pawar hasn't given his stamp of approval. That is something that will play out in the days to come.
Absolutely, Saurabh. Stay on with us. We also have Anuj Raite joining us on the broadcast from Baramati outside Sharad Pawar's residence. Anuj, the same question that I asked Saurabh as well, the fact that he also said that now Sunetra Pawar, while this meeting may formalize the endorsement to become the Deputy CM of Maharashtra, she doesn't have the stamp of approval from Sharad Pawar as of yet, because he's made it very clear that, as you mentioned also, he wasn't part of the decision making when it comes to Sunetra Pawar becoming the NCP national president as well as the Deputy CM.
Well, yes, I mean, that is what Sharad Pawar claimed, that he wasn't a part of the discussion. But, Saurabh would agree with Pawar's, whatever meets the eye, there is an ocean behind that. So, one always needs to be a little suspicious about the way they kind of put themselves out in media. But one thing that Saurabh said about Sunil Tatkare that I really want to pick up on this occasion is that Sunil Tatkare, he completely disregarded the fact that the meeting on the 17th of January was held he stated rather that the meeting was held for local body elections only, and there was no question of the merger. On the other hand, if you look at the people who were present in the meeting, very interestingly, there is only one member from the Ajit Pawar faction of the NCP, and that is Ajit Pawar himself. And all the other members, be it Harshvardhan Patil, Jayant Patil, Rohit Pawar, all of these, Sharad Pawar himself, of course, Shashikant Shinde, all of these leaders are from the Sharad Pawar faction of NCP. What this suggests is that there is perhaps a possibility that the non-Pawar members of the Ajit Pawar faction weren't either completely on board with going ahead with merging the party together with Sharad Pawar, or secondly, were kept in dark. What it seems like from the development that we have gathered here in Baramati is that a quick meeting just ended a while back. However, the details of it are yet to come out.
Right, Anuj. Anuj Raite and Saurabh Gupta bringing us all the latest and exclusive details in the succession politics and the oath-taking ceremony set to take place for Sunetra Pawar in Maharashtra today. Stay on with us as we continue to focus on this crucial story. The big political move in Maharashtra is unfolding. Sunetra Pawar is set to take oath as Deputy CM at 5 p.m. today, triggering a major reshuffle within the NCP. Now, sources say that Sunetra Pawar will also be handed the post of the NCP national president, consolidating party and government power in her hand. Her elevation will mean her Rajya Sabha seat falls vacant, and sources indicate that Parth Pawar, elder son of Ajit Pawar, is likely to be nominated to the upper house. Meanwhile, Sharad Pawar has made it clear that he was not consulted in the decision on Sunetra Pawar's elevation. He said that the call was taken by party leadership. With a chorus growing within the party for Sunetra Pawar to step in, all eyes remain on today's oath ceremony and the political realignment it signals. We continue to have Anuj Raite and Saurabh Gupta from Mumbai and Baramati. But before that, let's quickly take a look at some of the reactions on this story.
सर, आपने बताया कि आपको कॉन्फिडेंस में नहीं लिया गया था एनसीपी के नेता कॉन्फिडेंस में सुनेत्रा पवार का नाम आगे ढकेलने से
हमारे कॉन्फिडेंस में फांसी की उनकी जीवन हमारे अलग है।
पर क्या आपके परिवार के हैं, आपका परिवार इसमें काफ़ी क्लोजली इन्वॉल्व है?
परिवार के समस्या हो तो साथ देने के लिए है, अगर बाकी परिवार के
किसी को जानकारी नहीं है। जानकारी अगर होगी तो अमित शाह जी को हो सकती है और देवेंद्र फडणवीस, सुनील तटकरे जी या प्रफुल्ल पटेल जी, दो चार लोगों को हो सकती है, या जो शपथ लेने वाले उनको हो सकती है। लेकिन अब तक महाराष्ट्र को इस बारे में पता नहीं है। महाराष्ट्र अभी भी अजित पवार जाने से जो शोक में है, शोक में डूबा है। घर घर में शोक हम लोग मना रहे हैं।
सुमित्रा पवार जी यहाँ माननीय उप मुख्यमंत्री जी के पद का ग्रहण करने जा रही है, ऐसा चल रहा है। मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि उनके राष्ट्रवादी कांग्रेस पार्टी का ये निर्णय है और उन्होंने इतने जल्दी करना ये लोगों को पसंद तो नहीं आया, फिर भी पार्टी का निर्णय मानकर चलना पड़ेगा। वो आज शपथ विधि लेने के लिए जा रहे हैं, इसका निर्णय शरद पवार साहब को कुछ मालूमात नहीं इसके बारे में नहीं है, सुप्रिया सुले साहब को भी नहीं है, न मालूम। निर्णय की प्रतिक्रिया आ रही जो बाहर, उसके अनुसार शरद पवार साहब ने ये भी बोला है कि मुझे इसके बारे में पता नहीं है। अगर ये परिवार का निर्णय होता है और परिवार में रहते हैं तो परिवार को कम से कम बताना चाहिए था कि ऐसा ऐसा बड़ा निर्णय हम लेने जा रहे हैं।
कोई भी निर्णय जो होगा, ये निर्णय राष्ट्रवादी कांग्रेस पार्टी लेगी। राष्ट्रवादी कांग्रेस पार्टी जो निर्णय लेगी हम उसके साथ खड़े रहेंगे, चाहे वो अजीत पवार जी का परिवार हो या राष्ट्रवादी कांग्रेस पार्टी हो। इनके साथ पूरी ताकत के साथ सरकार के रूप में और भारतीय जनता पार्टी के रूप में हम खड़े।
Breaking news coming in from Baramati. Pawar family huddle lasted about 90 minutes. Now, this was a crucial family huddle in Baramati at Sharad Pawar's residence. Pawar family huddle under one roof. This amid Sunetra Pawar's elevation and Parth Pawar's nomination for the Rajya Sabha race, and the fact that Parth Pawar visited his grand uncle Sharad Pawar, and this was a family huddle that was held in Baramati. My colleague Anuj Raite is in Baramati in front of Sharad Pawar's residence. We also have Sharad Gupta with us outside the Vidhan Bhavan in Mumbai. Saurabh, the fact that this huddle was about more than an hour long and comes amid this, in a sense, succession politics now occurring, with Sharad Pawar saying that he was not aware of Sunetra Pawar's elevation to become NCP president as well as deputy CM. At the same time, we're seeing this crucial meeting where you are at the Vidhan Bhavan. What details do we have so far about this Pawar family huddle?
Well, before we come to that Pawar family huddle, let me tell you the meeting inside the Vidhan happen is that there will be a process of proposing Sunetra Pawar's and then sign-off vote on it, and then that would mean the formal election of Sunetra Pawar as the legislature party leader. But in Baramati, again, like you said, simultaneous developments in two cities. Baramati, the Pawar family pocket borough, and of course Mumbai, where the NCP Ajit Pawar faction meeting is taking place. And now that huddle that Anuj is reporting on is key, because while Sharad Pawar held that press conference, you have
that the idea of the merger, which certainly seems up in the air with Ajit Pawar's tragic demise, is not something that is completely off the table, because again it will depend on Sunetra Pawar and Parth Pawar, because at the end of the day the NCP is a party that is backed by the Pawars, and it's very difficult to separate family from party, especially in parties like the NCP. So, with Sunetra Pawar taking charge here at the Vidhan Bhavan, all focus will now shift to what conversation has taken place between Parth Pawar and Sharad Pawar and the other members of the Pawar family present there, because that could indicate that whether that proposed merger is happening or not.
Right. Saurabh Gupta joins us from outside the Vidhan Bhavan. Thank you for joining us and bringing us the latest details on that crucial NCP meeting in Mumbai. Staying on with the Pawars, new details are now emerging on the political churn within the NCP following Ajit Pawar's tragic death, with NDTV accessing crucial information about a possible party reunion that was in the works. Now, sources confirm that Sharad Pawar and Ajit Pawar met on January 17 in what is now been seen as a key meeting aimed at reuniting the two NCP factions. Present at that meeting were Jayant Patil, Rohit Pawar, Shashikant Shinde, Rajesh Tope and Amol Kohole. Now, NDTV has learned that the Pawars had decided to formally announce the reunion on February 12. Sharad Pawar later acknowledged that efforts were being made to increase communication between the two factions and that the talks were moving in a positive direction, though he was unsure of what will now happen next.
तो उनसे फांसी ने तय किया होगा, और जो उन्होंने आया है, इससे लगता है कि फांसी ने कुछ तय किया है, क्योंकि कुछ लोगों का नाम आया है, जैसे प्रफुल्ल पटेल, जैसे तस्करे, जो उन्होंने इनिशिएटिव लिया है, यानी इनके फांसी में इंटरनल कुछ न कुछ तय किया होगा।
कल नरेश
इस बारे में मैं कुछ टिप्पणी नहीं करना चाहता हूँ। आज हमारे राष्ट्रवादी कांग्रेस पार्टी की विधायक दल की मीटिंग वहाँ पे है, उसमें आज निर्णय किया जाएगा। उसके बारे में हम राज्य के मुख्यमंत्री जी, जो उनका अधिकार है, उनको इसके बारे में हम अवगत करेंगे।
Right, we have live shots of Sunetra Pawar and other NCP leaders at the Vidhan Bhavan. This is ahead of that crucial NCP meeting at the Vidhan Bhavan in Mumbai, where the NCP leaders will formally endorse Sunetra Pawar as the next Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra.